Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yeah,
It's visible.
That's great. Okay, just a minute. So that we are going to look into the what called hands-on session, right? Today, completely. Okay. So for that, can everyone go to the what you call? Will you do with me or let me show you what you call how to log in and everything? Will you do with me parallelly? If you are okay with that, it will be a little bit of time consuming, but it will be great for you. Or else, okay, firstly let me clear you few doubts. Like yesterday there are a lot of people have been asking that in other sessions as well, that do we need to get what you call the Azure account, or else when can we do in the free trial using the free trial as well? Okay, I guess who is the person who asked yesterday for me this question? Yesterday I have been asked the query regarding what you called regarding the payment, right? Do we need to use the pay as you go model or we can use the free trial model? Yes or no? How many members still have that doubt? Can you raise your hand? So that I wanted to clear today. Hmm. Okay, good. Uh, is the font size is okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
yes,
Okay, let me tell you. See, firstly, basically, first we are going to use the free trial model. Taking a free trial model. It will be free for our first 30 days. First 30 days. How many credits we get means we get the $200 credits. We get the $200 credit. Now, using these $200 credits, we will do the all the heavy steps. We will use these credits for only two tools. One is for what you call the Databricks. For the Databricks clusters we'll use, and next one is for the Azure Synapse to store our data. Store our data. Only these two in the complete Azure are costly. So we are going to spend our first free trial $200 credits on these two. Okay. Once we are done with that, we will registered pay as you go model. Pay as you go model. Now how much charges we are will get means, see, for basically 50 rupees, for the basically 50 rupees you will get 1000 runs. You can run the what you call your script for the 1000 times. Okay, now we use this 50 rupees for the ADF. We'll use the 50 rupees of the free credits for the ADS. Okay, next for storage. For storage we are going to get around what you called 1 GB per 2 rupees. 2 rupees. We are going to get 1 GB per 2 rupees. So, and if you wanted to do heavy stuff, if you wanted to do a heavy stuff using the Databricks, even what let's say that my credits are completed, but there is a still concepts which are need to done. So, if you are wanted to what you called, we can invest up to 250 to 300 rupees for Databricks. If you've done that, that will be a much better, and it will be like you will never run out of credits. But basically, what we have to concentrate on that after the class, every cluster should be deleted. Okay, after the class, every cluster should be deleted. We will should what you called delete the resources group. We need to turn off the clusters, or else after the class itself, the cluster will be running and it will be charging you. So to round up, we'll basically invest our what you called up to 400 to what you call 500 rupees. We'll invest up to the 500 rupees for the Azure training, for the Azure training the cloud for the 3 months. For the 3 months and for all the case studies which we are going to discuss, we are going to spend around at least 500 rupees. Okay, and I can guarantee you that it won't cross more than 500. It won't cross more than 500. That is the 100% guarantee I can provide. Okay. Now, if I wanted to what you call understand in a table form for ADF, it will be a 50 rupees. Okay, and what you call data lake, we will what you call we will take around 5 GB 5 GB for data. It will be better and more it will be like more than efficient, more than sufficient. And next for SQL database, uh, The basic tier starts from 350 rupees, I guess, from the 350 rupees. But let's see, we will use this SQL database in the free tier as well. Okay, na? And next for the Databricks, this is the most probably where we are using only one node cluster. We are going to create a one node cluster for that. It is a pay as you go model, pay as you go model. And for the entire thing, na, in 2 months, we are going to cover the syllabus, and third month, we are going to focus on what we called examinations, mock interviews, one-on-one sessions, and interview sessions, resume preparations, and now curry, right? So in the third month, we won't be using what you call the tech side mostly. We are going to be the job ready in the last 30 days. So everything which we are going to learn will be on the first 60 days itself. In the first 60 days itself. So basically for that, you can take what you call the if we say 250 rupees, then what is the sum of this all? 350 plus 250 plus 50 rupees plus 10 rupees. So 3, 4, 5, 6,
760.
1060,
760.
760 rupees. Hmm. But if you what to call, if you follow what to call, if you turn on your clusters after the class and delete the resource group, no, it will be around like 500 rupees only. Okay? Around 500 rupees it will be charging for you. If you what you call manage the clusters efficiently, no, it will be completing the 500 rupees. And I will be make sure that you complete in that as well. Okay? And we are going to and for that, to make sure that we are also going to what you called create a limits, create a monthly limits. We are going to create a monthly limits so that we can make sure that our resources are not running overnight and not charging us heavily. Okay, now we will keep around like a, what you call 1000 what you call not 1000 rupees, 600 rupees as the monthly limit. Okay, now yeah, if you wanted you can keep also 1000 rupees, that's up to you. And we can set up a reminder that when this 50%, we can create an alert condition. We can create a alert condition so that once it is reached the 50% of the payment, now when the 50% of money is completed, then we will get a notification. We will get a notification like in the email itself. In the email notification, we will get. So using these kind of settings and making sure to efficiently use, now we can what you call manage the whole curriculum, data engineering curriculum of 90 days, where we are going to talk about the technically most in the first 60 days in the 500 rupees only. Is this clear, everyone? I need a quick acknowledgement, please. A thumbs up symbol also will do. Now, what you called, I will show you the Azure. Okay, now I'll show you the Azure. Okay, everyone can see my browser. My browser,
Yeah, it's visible.
right? Now we'll go to the Azure.Microsoft. Oh, no, free trial. Let's see. Hmm. Now, once we go to, we'll start what called try Azure for free. Then we need, I guess everyone has the Microsoft credentials like Outlook. Do everyone have?
Yes.
That's right. If you don't have, what we can do is we can create on Microsoft.com. It is what you call using the Gmail ID. We can create on Microsoft account. It will like act as a Microsoft account for us. Okay. Using that as well, we can achieve the free trial. If anyone is not available regarding what you call not having Outlook mails, and if their organization doesn't support this kind of utilizations, then we can do this one as well. Okay. Now just authenticating my using my Google Authenticator. Just a minute. 97, right? Yes. That's clear. Now we'll get the welcome towards you message. Once you check it out, for the next verification is complete. Okay. Now here you can see that we will get what called USD of $200 credits per use for first 30 days. Then we will get free monthly amounts of 20 plus services for next 12 months, and we'll get a free monthly amount of 65 days of always free services. Okay, now I guess we are signed in, but it's a yeah, everything is done here. Verification is completed. Yeah, I'm going to set it in English. The next is blocked out. Sure. Sure. Sign in. Hmm. Here, everyone can see this one. Welcome to Azure. Here, everyone can see this. Welcome
Yeah,
to Azure.
yeah. Hmm.
Now, here here you can see that what you call this, what you call left side panel, right? Here we can find all kind of what you call if you wanted to create a database, a resource database, you can do that. Or else if you wanted to use what called understand how what access you have given to what people, there is a what you call monitor and how the performance is doing, and every all the resources regarding creation you can find over here. Okay. Now once we click on the create, we will select a what you call free subscription plan. Okay. Now here you can see that we have what called services. Here what the services we are going to use? We are going to use the storage account, data factory, and then the what called we are going to use Azure Databricks mostly. Okay. Now let's jump in it. Great. So, yeah. Now what we are going to what called we are going to take what called Azure Data Factory first. Take a ADF. Let's create a ADF. Yes, let's start with the free subscription. I already signed in, I guess. Let's create the storage accounts. Was trying the database. Hmm. Here I'm using what you called Azure subscription one only. It is what you call the free subscription model. Then in the resource group, I can filter what you want. Because there's no resource group, I had to create one. Let me name it out. Let me name it as RG. Let's say Instamart. We are going to use that examples as well. Lab 01. Okay. Once I created it, yeah, created. Now what I have to do, I have to give a account name. I need to give a storage account name. Let's say that sales Instamart. Let's say current. Okay, now that will be better. Now for the region, we are going to select what we called Central India itself. If we have, we will have Central India, not South India, Central India, West India. Mhm. Central India will be better. Okay, no issues. We are going to what we call take South India, Hyderabad, let's say, because I'm currently in Mumbai, right? So I would like to take a Central India, no issues. Now once I done, next I have to go for the review and create, or else I can go to next step.
Sir,
Then
how does this region affects?
no,
Like,
no, no. See
does it
how
make any
this
difference?
region actually affects means it won't affect what you call when you are doing currently. Like say that I got a see I created a pipeline. I created a pipeline. Ticket. Now, my data source which I'm getting is presently in the US, is present in the US. Okay. Now, if I
Okay.
based on my clients, if I have the US clients more, if I have the US clients more, I need to use a what you call load balancer. Okay, I will use a load balancer and I will what you call segregate the number of user requests to me to this account, right? To this region. Yes or no? No
Okay.
organization will have a what you call a single region. They will have multiple regions so that they wanted to reduce their performance what you called lag what you call latency. They will reduce the performance latency. So when you are dealing with like 1 million users now, then the region will be affecting for at least 2 to 5 seconds. 2 5 seconds. Okay, now in load balance configuration, you have to be what you call careful over there. So for that only specific reason, because we are going to be like selecting the region which is nearer to the most of the user clients, which use the clients because they need the access, right? They need to store their account details. They need to share their account data, right? So for that, based on that only, we will select the region, or else the region won't affect in our what you called the services which we are using. It will only affect in the latency period. Okay,
Okay.
will that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So also in terms of chargeback, it won't make any difference, right?
No, 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 no. In charges or in pricing structure, that's it won't affect us. Okay.
Okay.
Now check it out. The performance is already what you call storage, and this is the local redundant because we are using the Azure subscription one, right? So that's it. Then I am going to what you call review and create it. Validation is the progress. If you have like what you call, if you already having the data lake storage, it will ask you to what you called select that one as well, so that it will enable the hierarchical namespace for us. It will enable the hierarchical namespace because data lake storage Gen 2 is a storage account, right? Now, once you have created the Gen 2 account and come to the storage account, it will show you that to select that one as well. To select that one as well. Okay. Now, once you can review this, then I'm going to create it. It is initializing my deployment. Now, after we create, now we are going to create the containers like a bronze container, silver container, gold container. Okay. Bronze is for our what you call the raw data, then silver is for our cleaner data, and gold is for the final reports. Okay. Now here you can see the deployment is in the progress. Here you can see our details, what you called about created when created. Now here you can see what you call blob services and the hierarchical namespace is disabled. Hierarchical namespace is disabled. What is a hierarchical namespace? Anyone could explain because I explained in the last class, right? What is mean by hierarchical namespacing? Currently it is in disabled. In the what you call ADLS Gen 2, it is allowing us to create a folder structures, right? Folder and subfolder. Remember the folder and subfolder. We can create a what called a root folder. Then in that root folder, we are going to create a multiple subfolders, and we are going to store our data based on the dates. Okay, na? That is called as a hierarchical namespace. That is going the hierarchical namespace. Okay, na? Blob storage is nothing but binary language object इनका मतलब ये था कि you can store the images, you can store the audios irrespective of the data format. You can store your data irrespective of data format. You can store the data in the blob service. But if you having a data warehouse, if you having a data warehouse, then data warehouse can only allow you to store the structured data. It will only allow you to store the structured data. Okay, right. Once we have created our what called our storage account, here you can see our name and you can pin it out if you wanted for that for easy accessing. If you wanted to see only the JSON view of your account details, you can get this. Why we use this JSON view means once you what called if you are using what called an LLM, using an LLM model so that to optimize our usage, if I'm using the external LLM, so the computer it easily able to parse the JSON data compared to text data. Agree? Yes or no? Using the JSON data is more parsable. Yes or no? So that is the reason we'll create a guardrails. We'll create a guardrails to convert all the data to the text to the JSON data, and then JSON data to the LLM, and the LLM to the again JSON data. That JSON data to text. It is a complete life cycle when you are involving a AI agent into the what you called for your optimization, resource optimization. This is the what you call current trending concept going on what called adding the AI agent of a enterprise API key with our Azure resources. For that, na, the what you call the JSON format will be helpful much. Okay. Now here you can see that my storage account is retiring, and for when February starting from February 3rd, and you can see that what you call if you are using any of this you can migrate to 1.2 because the previous version is going to like retire. It is not going to support. We have to change this what you call TLS L1 to TLS L 1.2. Okay. Now before that we are going to what you call create a factory setting of ADF. So data factory. This one data factory. Okay. There are no data factories. We have to create one data factory over here. For that, I'm going to create a data factory also. Now, there's already a resource group, right? I'm going to select that resource group only, which we have been created. Now, for that, ADF, then I will say Instamart, then I will say current, then I'm going to select data factory already taken. South India version is into it is running the final validation. If you can see that, once the final validation, we can launch our studio. Okay, na? That will open our new tab. We'll get what called launch studio. Once we create a synchronizing, Now first we have set up the storage account, then we have been created the Azure Data Factory, right? Resource. Once I go to the resource, I can launch my
So
studio.
before that, you have the resource group available with you by that time?
Actually, I need a resource group. I have been created the resource group by creating the storage account itself only. Okay. If you
Okay.
have the resource group, you can what you call you can add to that existing. If you don't have, you can also create the resource group while creating the storage account itself
Okay. Fine.
using the create option. Okay. Right. We have two successful deployments. This storage account. So we're going to launch studio. We're launching the studio for us. Hmm. Here you can what you call ingest your data, and then you can transform your data. You can create a pipelines using the drag and drop services, and then you can what you call configuration the security of the cloud as well here. So if you wanted to use a code also, you can what call you can set up your repository using the GitHub using what you call setup code repository. So it's not required right now. Now, now to ingest data, first we need a what you call we need a what you call sales data, right? Because we have been seeing that we need a sales data of what you call milks and the breads and the eggs, right? Now, what you call case study example. Now we are going to take that data, we are going to clean that data, and then we are going to filter out only the milk data. Latter part, we are going to transform that data and storage in our data warehouses, store in our data warehouses. Okay. But before that, I need to create what you call containers. I need to create a containers. Uh, uh, if you wanted what you called look into the quick trials, not tutorials before starting that, I suggest you that go to the these tutorials. Go to the tutorials of the ADF. Okay, now in these you can find what you call how to ingest the data, transform the data, and control flow. So if you wanted before coming to the tomorrow class, the tomorrow will be our day one session. Tomorrow will be our day one session. Okay. In this tomorrow day one session, we are going to look into the complete case studies of how we are going to or create a pipeline, a complete pipeline. Tomorrow we are going to set it up. Okay. Now I request everyone to complete your registrations by today itself because tomorrow onwards it's not a demo session. Tomorrow onwards it is your first session to start create our pipeline. First session to create our pipeline. Got it, everyone? Now I will what you call it.
Yeah.
Now what are you going to do that in this Azure account because we got less time, so I will explain it here itself. So what we are going to do first, we will share you the all the data sets. First thing, I'll share you the WhatsApp group. Once you register now, you will be adding to the WhatsApp group. In that WhatsApp group, I'm going to send you the sales data. Tomorrow, what you have to do is download this sales data, and it is a CSV format, and keep in your desktop. Once you do now, what we'll go to do, we'll go to our storage account in the Azure. Then we are going to we are going to store the sales in our bronze folder. In our bronze folder. Okay. Once we uploaded that in the bronze folder, right, it is automatically what you called automatically store in the hierarchical itself. If we enable that, if we are going to enable the hierarchical namespace, once we enable now, the Azure will take care of what you called rearranging the files, rearranging the folders. Okay. Then in Azure Data Factory, we are going to click on the linked services. First, we need a linked services, right? So that why the linked services? What is the use of linked services? This linked service will tell that where is our data? Where is our data? We are going to connect this linked service to our what you call bronze folder. Once we connected to the bronze folder, we are going to create an authentication method. Here we are going to create an authentication method. In this authentication method, we are going to use a account key. We are going to create an account key and select the free trial model. And then we are going to give the access of the bronze to our linked services, to our linked services. Then we are going to check this connection. And once it is created, na, then we are going to create a data sets. Once this is a step one. Step one is what? We have to take our sales data and upload it in the bronze file. Then we are going to create a linked services and connect these linked services to our bronze file using the what you called account creation. We are going to authentication. Using authentication, we are going to create an Azure key. Azure key. Once this Azure key is connected, we have to test that connection. Once that connection is tested, now we are going to create our data sets. We are going to create a new data sets. Once you where you are going to create these new data sets, we are going to create what you call data lake. You need a data lake ADLS Gen2. Here we need a data lake. Once you created the data lake, now we can link our data. We can link our bronze data to the ADLS using the linked services which you already created using the linked services. Okay, now we have been connected this successfully. Once we are connected successfully, next we will create a pipe flow. We'll build the flow. We will build the pipeline flow. This is the data ingestion is completed. Now in the pipeline flow, what is the next process after data ingestion? We are going to clean the data, right? So here what we are going to do that we are going to create a filter. We are going to create a filter. In this filter, we are going to remove the all the null kind of data type. We are going to remove the all null kind of data type. How we are going to use? Here in the ADF, what you called in the cleaning, we can use this there is a what you call filter bad rows. There is a we are going to create a new filter. We are going to create a new filter. Let me name that. Will name as a what you called let's say filter bad rows. Filter bad rows, and we'll check that box and we'll having what call in that we'll enter not is null. Not is null quantity and is null. Not is null price. Okay. In that what was sales data, you will have the quantity and sale price data. If these both values are not null, then we are going to store that data. We are going to store that rows. If it is null, we are not going to store that data. Okay, na? That is our logic. That is our logic. So that we are ensuring that quantity and price are not empty field. Price and quantity are not empty field. Then we need to create a new column. We need to create a new column to store the total amount. To store the total amount. So that here tomorrow we will learn about how to create an expression. How to create an expression. Now what we have to do, we have to convert total price. Total price का मतलब क्या है? Total quantity into price of single unit. Quantity into price of single unit. Yes or no? Total quantity into price of single unit. Our data will be looking like this. Two columns. Here you will have a quantity. Here you have a sales. Now you are going to create a derived column. You are going to create a derived column. Let's say DC. Let's say DC. Now these column values will be an expression of quantity into price. It will be into quantity into price. Then once you created the derived column, now we are going to add this to our sink. This to our sink. What is the sink? After bronze layer, which layer will be? It will be a silver layer. It will be a silver layer. Yes or no? It is a silver layer. Okay. Now after that, once we are what you called data ingested in the bronze and connected using linker services, then we created the bad rows. Now, then we are going to include in the silver layer. Once the silver layer is completed, we are going to do the actual calculations here. We are going to do the actual calculations. Okay. Now for doing that one, for doing that one, you can create what you called. You have to go to the pipelines. Once you go to the pipelines, you have to create a new pipeline, and then there will be what you call activities search bar. In the activity search bar, you can create a data flow, drag that data flow to the center, and then once you configure that data flow as well, you will what you call you can validate and debug our what you call our pipeline which we are going to build. Once your pipeline, and we'll also check tomorrow how to monitor our pipeline, at which stage it is failing, at which stage it is successful, how much time each what you call each batch is processing. Everything now we'll go into look tomorrow. Okay, is that clear? I request everyone to complete your registrations by today itself only. By today itself only. So that we can continue tomorrow actual creation of a pipeline using the Azure. And I'll make sure that I will join 15 minutes early itself, because as it's a demo session, I need to travel to the office now. I got a delay. Okay, no issues. So far, that's how you have to create your Azure account. If you don't have Azure account, you can create a on Microsoft account as well, and use 365, what you call Azure 365 free trial model. Once you go to the free trial subscription, for the first month, we are going to run on the free subscription only, and we are going to burn our total $200 credits. Once the $200 credits is completed, then we are going to use our pay as you go model. Then we are going to use pay as you go model. In that pay as you go model, we are going to burn around 500 rupees for the second month. And the third month will be your job preparation. Third month will be your job preparation. I guess any doubts regarding this course, how we are going to move forward, please let me know. I basically cleared what you called how we'll start, what will the first week will be there, and what will be the next courses will be following up. I explained clearly, I guess. If you have any concerns, please let me know.
Sir, want, I have
Hmm?
some concern about time, sir.
Time. So what
Could
we
you
can do
please
that
start at 8:15?
8:15, huh?
Uh,
Okay, and others, and because the time constraint is actually for the most of the people, so I need to clarify that everyone is having what called time constraint, or everyone is okay with that 8:15.
Hello,
Okay.
sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Abhi, you are audible.
Yeah. No, so, do you have any plan to organize evening time? We all are working.
Yeah,
My
okay,
office
okay,
time
okay.
8:30. All the time, I am raising this concern.
Okay, you want a shift in the evening time, right?
Absolutely. If you have any other session gonna start in the evening, probably it will be more suitable for me. Every day morning managing with the office is not possible. Somehow
Yes,
I
yes, I
I
agree with
take
that.
this call in office, not possible.
Sure, sure. The timing constraint now, what you call Jyoti?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, yeah, sir.
Please
Regarding
confirm, sir.
the, see, there are the time constraints regarding the participants. What you can do is
Uh-huh.
take out the what you call everyone's constraint, at what time they are good at them. And once we completed the OK list, let me know. And we will share them the confirmation timings with them. Okay?
Sure.
Okay, students, what you can do is contact the Jyoti and let you know the concerns. We will create we will select an appropriate time and we will place you in that training batch. Okay, na? Is that clear?
Yeah. And sir, sorry if I missed this. How many days there will be classes in the week?
In the week, right?
Yeah.
Actually, what we are planning is Monday to Friday we'll going to cover the theory and practical.
Okay.
In Saturday it will be doubt session. Who are having
Okay.
the doubts on complete week concepts, only they will
Mm-hmm.
join, and they will join, and the trainer will join, and those two and the conversation will go the discussion. And Sunday will be for your practice. Sunday will be your for your practice. You can practice on that day and complete your assessments if you have any, if I given any, and later in the Monday again we'll start with a new concept or a continued concept which we are stuck in the Friday. Okay, na? Monday to Friday
Okay.
is the theory plus practical. Saturday is the doubt session. Sunday is for your practice.
Okay. So do you have any like this class is going on like that and when actual will class will start, do you have anything that how many student will be there and will I be getting
Mhm.
time to clarify all those things?
Yes, yes, yes. What you can do is you can contact with the Jyoti. Jyoti is the person, the point of contact. She can what
Okay.
you call clarify all your doubts regarding this. Okay, na?
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, sure.
Is there any other concerns?
No, no, that's it.
Because
So, yeah. basically you are gonna cover Azure data related whatever that
Exactly. All the
products and all
tools which
everything
we
you are
have
gonna.
been mentioned, yes. All the
Okay.
tools which have been mentioned, because it's not that, because some organizations will only use Databricks, okay now. They will only use
Absolutely.
Databricks itself. They will create what you call these pipelines entirely in the Databricks and storage accounts containers. We call them volumes over there. We call them as a volumes in the Databricks. Okay. So it depends on which organization you are going to target, which organization you are going to target. So to make sure that you will having a good knowledge in all the tools, it will help you that whether in which organization you go, there is a tool which you already know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So one more thing. So I understand that you will be teaching us creating a pipeline and all. So will you be
Exactly.
teaching us exactly the way we deploy in the office? That
Yes, because see,
it's
I
not about
have been.
learning; it's
No, no,
about
no,
that
no. It's not a
getting the hands
college
on, right?
pro. It's not a college project. Okay, we are
So
going
yeah.
to check it in the production grade itself only. How we have to
Okay.
going to
Yeah.
apply the security in the code as well. What is the sensitive information can be written in the code? What is the next sensitive information which you cannot? Because I worked in a fintech organization. Okay, I'm
Okay.
a data engineer in the financial. So we view the most concentration for the precision and the security, because the risk
Mhm.
and compliances and the audits team will not they won't sit idle, right? They will always
Correct. Correct.
poke into our
Absolutely.
code and all manage settings. See, I
Mhm.
understand that what called the pain, so that I can
Mhm.
make sure that I will teach you only the production level grade, okay? Because it's not
Yeah.
a
So that
college project which you are
yeah.
going to
So that
build,
we should
right?
not get surprised once we get
Exactly.
that actual project. We should not get surprised that okay, what to do?
No, no, no.
Whom should I ask those things?
Hmm.
Okay.
No, no,
Okay.
that will be what you call, that is the major reason of what you call this 90-day sprint plan. As I
Okay.
said, in
Okay.
the first 2 months, we are going to discuss multiple case studies and cover the mostly
Mhm.
technical part. And then in
Mhm.
the third month, we are going to look into the other what you called real-time case studies, which have been already built in my previous jobs. Okay, na? So that
Mhm.
you can compare what you have been learned to the what is the already production grade level. Okay,
Mhm.
so that will
Mhm.
make sure to clarify all the things beforehand, only
Okay.
before you are entering the first job. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
And this is the end of the demo. Tomorrow it will be a day one session itself. Okay.
Okay. We'll get in touch
Again,
with Jyoti for
yes,
timing.
please get in touch
Yeah.
with the Jyoti and get your concerns cleared. And see you on tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank